I'm Lee.
And I'm Nick.
And we are the Lodge Guys. Last year we bought an old decorator's van and converted it into a camper van.
Join us now on this series by clicking the subscribe button below and follow us on our latest adventure where we set sail from Dover and head into Europe for the summer.
Welcome to a new vlog. So, our plans were we were going to stay another 3 nights in Rotterdam. We were heading there now. We still are heading to Rotterdam. But
just to see Amsterdam.
You were just going to see Amsterdam. I've always wanted to see it, and somewhere I've fancied going. But we both just said, oh, wouldn't it be nice if we were just getting on ferry tonight and going home? We've got to the end of the trip almost within a couple of days, and we were both like, yeah, we're ready for home now. We've had a long day in a theme park and we're ready for home. So we're like, well, should we just check if there is on for tonight? Because it's only 5:30. So I just had a quick look.
And we're only 30 minutes from the actual ferry.
And there's a ferry sailing tonight and it let us amend it, so we're going home tonight. So there you go. So we are going to miss.
But we feel a bit sad because it's like,
now we've done it. We're like, oh no, we've just done that in haste.
Because we had Amsterdam booked, and we had some hot tugs. This is the thing that I said the other day. We got something really special booked. It's like a floating boat hot tub that you can take on the Rotterdam canals, and I had that booked.
So, but we both were just like, we want to be home now.
Ever since we've had the ferry booked, we felt like we're just waiting to go home. And
we feel like we want to do Amsterdam when we really want to do Amsterdam, not at the end of the trip now where I'm like,
we're tired now.
I can't be bothered with another city and drinking more coffee and eating more cake. We've done that to death.
We want to stop eating.
We've enjoyed it so much, but we want to enjoy Amsterdam.
It's been an absolutely amazing trip.
Yes, it's been fabulous. It's been fantastic, and we'll do like an overview probably in this vlog later on
when we're on the ferry,
in the lodge, maybe
in the next hour on the ferry. Oh my God, we're going home.
So
how can we have done that? Have we been rash? I think we have.
We probably have, but who cares? We're going home. We'll do Amsterdam at another time. We'll plan it and we'll do it when
maybe tag it onto our next road trip, which we'll tell you about at the end of this vlog.
Yeah. So we are going from Rotterdam to Hull overnight. Is it a 12-hour sailing?
Yeah.
12-hour sailing in an outside room. Thank God we've got a little window.
It's not that big.
I know, but at least we can see out, even though it's going to be night time. So hopefully it's a nice, easy crossing. We'll show you, obviously. Well, we were going to have some.
Feel sad.
We were going to have chicken and salad in
we're still having chicken and salad
tonight. But no, but once we get onto ferry, you can't come back and cook in your van.
No, you can take it to your room here.
Obviously the ferry's got cafes and restaurants on and things like that. You
just said you don't want any more cafes and coffees.
Oh no, but it's my last night, isn't it? This is the last night now.
What's going as last week?
We've cut as trip short now. We're off home. So yeah, we were going home in 3 days. So we've just cut it short by 3 days.
So we would have had to pay for the campsite.
We have saved money because we had 3 nights of a campsite that we were going to. Hopefully, if we could have got in.
So that's as a men fee.
Then we had 3 nights of things, food and stuff. So we will have saved money in the end as well. So join us on this vlog where we are going back to the lodge via P&O ferries. We've got a standard 4-bunk outside cabin, which is all that they had.
We had originally a premium room, but they haven't gotten it, so we've had to downgrade.
So we've got 4 beds to choose from tonight, and we'll show you the whole process of getting on board. I think we can check in now. It's 5:25, and we won't get there until 6, so I think we can definitely check in. I couldn't find a definite answer. Some websites says you can check in from 3 o'clock.
We know that it closes 90 minutes before.
Yeah, so I am kind of looking forward to getting on now, having a little cheeky drink in one of the bars and just enjoying a nice little sailing back to Hull.
Our trip's coming to an end. I can't believe we've done this.
I can see a P&O ferry. It's massive compared to the one we came out on.
Oh, maybe one here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it is the same size, but I don't know, but it looks bigger.
Maybe.
I can't wait to get on, have a shower, chill out, get a drink and a meal. Here we go, P&O ferries, auto passengers, car passengers. And the ship is called the Pride of Rotterdam. I just saw it.
Oh, that's it. That's when I looked at the booking. That's what we're under. So is this passport control leaving or?
I don't know.
You have arrived.
All checked in, ready to go, ready to board.
So far and yet so long to go. The ship's there, the back doors are there, and we're all sat here. Everybody's on board, enjoying the facilities, and we're sat on the dock.
What you meant is so close, but so far to go. So we've got us tickets and everything. There's 3 motorhomes in front of us and a car. There is the ship. You might well see it for the sun.
Not very big.
It looks massive to me. There's people on the deck already, sat down, enjoying drinks and meals. We just want to get on.
It's all going so well.
Waiting here an hour. We still haven't moved.
They're loading individual HGVs at the minute, and then there's maybe 15 to 20 motorhomes in this row that we're in. So we're obviously going to go last.
Thought I'd been on by now, showered, in restaurant, having a nice drink and a meal, and then getting an early night.
Still not loaded yet. They're just loading the HGVs.
We're sailing in an hour and a half.
Anyway, I just opened the van door at the back, and it's like that last episode of DS9 where they reminisce on the entire series and do flashbacks, and I'm just looking around. I went inside the van and I looked at everything inside, and like this mark on the worktop that we did where we had to scrub the black mark off, and we did that in a certain location, and that the van's looked after us, and this has been us home for like 8 weeks. And Leigh just said to me, "Are you gonna cry?"
I'm glad I'm going home because we've done everything we wanted to do when we're at the end of it, and we're just ready for home because we know we're going home in a couple of days. You know, when you're
I hate that. We should not have booked the ferry.
So I'm glad we're going home, but also I'm very sad that it's ending.
Yeah,
and it's ended.
It's not the final trip. It's just the first trip.
The European trip #1 is over with, and it's been fantastic. Every single day it's been
like
great.
This beautiful girl that we've got here, Taylor, she's took us around, she's looked after us, she's kept us safe.
Lady Taylor II.
Lady Taylor II. And I'm just picturing that door in the different locations that we've been, Saint-Tropez.
Well, when we get home, Nick will be spending like 2 weeks here doing all the touch-ups and everything.
Yeah, I've got quite a lot. I've actually ordered quite a lot of parts already. That light strip's dropped off. I need to fix that as well.
What light strip?
Under the cupboards. I need to find a more permanent solution for that.
And we're off, finally.
After an hour. I think we're going to be wedged in between all the HGVs that are coming behind us.
The size of that one, I love those. Nick says the German brands, those ones.
Heimer.
I love that one. Well, Rapido, that one's called. Looks very big when you're up close, doesn't it?
All them lorries that have gone in, and it looks like they've been driving off up the end. This seems awfully familiar.
8 weeks ago, on his way to DLP.
I can't process it.
Is it freaking you out?
I am going to have the worst holiday blues, I can already tell.
If you need a little cry, you're allowed.
For weeks, I've already been playing back some of the memories, like the Ardèche and things like that, and it's like it's unbelievable what we've done and where we've been and the memories that we've made. It's just, it is going to make me cry.
There she is for the night, bless her, all tucked up for a sleep. Look at all the things this ferry's got on. It's got cinema, video arcade, casino, show lounge, Irish bar, children's world, continental cafe, gift shop, quiet room, wine bar, business lounge, a la carte, freight drivers lounge and freight drivers restaurant. And then some on deck 8, casino, sunset, reception, shops, buffet restaurant, loads. It's like we're on a cruise.
It's like a cruise, it's like a cheap cruise, isn't it?
Right, let's see how big or small this room is. Hey, this isn't bad.
It's not bad at all for the standard.
This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
These are the extra 2 bunks. So these pull down off the wall.
Yeah, so if you've got 4 people, a little family.
Oh, I'm going to cry.
Why? Go on then, go on. Foot vlog, go on.
No, I won't do it.
Hey, this is really good, isn't it?
It just reminds me of Ocean Village.
I wish we were going on a cruise now.
Oh no, I can't do with more food. I'm sick of food.
Well, speaking of food, I want to go to bar and stuff and have a look. Ahoy! Welcome on board. And ooh,
that's flashbacks. When I say ahoy.
Oh, that's for climbing up on the bunk beds, isn't it?
Yeah.
It reminds me of Ben and David.
What?
Ahoy there, cruisers.
Is that what they say?
Yeah. I'm going to have a shower. Let me have a look out room, window. Goodbye, Europe. Goodbye, Rotterdam. Goodbye, the Netherlands. Right, we're having a mooch. And Nick just said he keeps thinking we're going to have like an all-you-can-eat buffet for free.
On the cruise, you go down for dinner. Well, you go down for dinner here, it's McDonald's and you pay for it.
Well, we should go to McDonald's. So, reception.
You have to pay for this?
Oh, what's on? Oh, Inside Out 2 at 7 o'clock. Oh no, we've missed that already. Oh, Twisters.
What?
Twisters at 9 o'clock.
Oh, we'll have to go see that.
Best stay up with the. Let it come back on and we'll see. Yeah, Twisters. We want to see that. Duty free. Do you want to have a quick look?
No.
When we set off, obviously that'll close. Cafe there with sandwiches and Costa coffee and things.
The brasserie is this way.
Another duty free. I got it wrong actually. So when you set sail, these open, don't they? And when you're in port, they're closed. They do look open, yeah, actually. And then there's a a la carte one down here. It was $26.99 downstairs for a buffet per person, and we don't live on a lot of food.
We'd be absolutely stuck.
Cheers as last Aperol spritz of the trip. You may be able to see through that window ahead that we are moving 45 minutes early. We have completed boarding and we are on our way.
How did it happen? What? We were just driving up motorway and all of a sudden we're now on a ferry leaving. We didn't even have to pack up, we just literally drove, changed destination, drove here, got on, and we're on his way home.
Our middle names, spontaneous.
Not usually.
Goodbye, Rotterdam.
Don't mean a tight ass.
I'm just looking at the menu. No, I said I quite like the sound of pasta, grilled, courgette, cherry tomatoes, tomato and basil sauce.
Nobody gives a shit.
Only £15.
Nobody cares. We're drunk the boat session. We've already started an Aperol spritz. I just can't believe.
£9.50 each.
Yeah, it won't be one. I can't. I thought they were $12.50 each. I can't believe what we've done. I can't believe we were just driving down the road and I'm just having a moment.
Oh, please, shut up.
We went from having wanting a sandwich, to having a full-blown curry.
Well, I wanted a sandwich, but you wanted a full meal at 9 o'clock on a night.
Well, if you wanted a sandwich, why have you got a curry?
Don't want that green rubbish.
So we're currently just leaving the port now, about 40 minutes later, out to the North Sea. You can actually feel a little bit of rocking, not too much. How is it? It's vegetable, so it's not that much flavour.
Bit bland.
I thought it might be.
Going at a speed now, friggin' hell.
25 miles an hour.
It'll be dark before long.
So over there is like Peterborough and Kings Lynn, and we're heading up around the coast of Lincolnshire.
We're going to the cinema and you've got to pay.
Where does it say that?
There. Can be purchased from the reception desk on deck 8.
Free off.
How much? Oh no,
that's all
that's the
snacks. Food. I thought it would have been good for a cruise ship to have some like box office on. Stop that after bed.
How do I get in here? My dessert. Oh, it's okay, I'll struggle.
We're sharing.
No, we're not sharing. Get some of your own if you want some.
Then you.
Are we off into back? Listen to that singer.
I've heard enough of it, thank you.
Arcade in there, if you like that kind of thing. What's happened?
I typed in 410 and it gave me a crunchy 409.
What did you want?
I wanted a dairy with milk.
You have to have a crunchy. Oh, isn't it cute and cozy? Please don't disrobe on camera.
I'm getting in bed.
So we're back. Got my Maltesers for bed, and
it's about, what time is it? About 8:15?
No, is it? It's like 8:15.
What time is it?
It's 9:30.
Right, I'm off to bed.
But we're up at 6 a.m.
Oh, don't even start with that.
Yeah. Well, we've got to be ready for 7:15 for when they make an announcement that we can go and get Taylor.
6:30 then.
Leigh, wake up, we're in Venice, St Mike's Square. Or maybe it's Grimsby. Or somewhere that way. Cleethorpes or the other side of the Humber Estuary, which is what we are in right now. A lot of refineries over there. And we should be in Hull in the next 25 minutes.
Freight drivers, coach drivers and any car driver park on levels 3 and 5.
That's
We're
us,
kindly
level
requested
3.
to go down to the car deck and
Always the last to get ready. I told you we're a bit first off.
You're always the driver.
Freight drivers.
Thinking they're going to leave us.
Well, those freight drivers can't get off until Taylor's moved, so you best get an hurry on.
Ready?
Good morning, ship. Or ferry, should I say. People's having coffee and breakfast.
It is like a mini cruise ship.
It is a mini cruise ship. People can go on mini cruises on these, can't they? Like a mini trip. I'm sure you can.
Yeah, Holland.
And she's here, bless her, waiting for us. Waiting for everybody to get off. She's waiting for us. She had a good night's sleep. She had a good night's sleep, bless her. The lorries are getting off first. And then it'll be our turn. And we're off. Round corner.
Recording.
This might be a bit tight.
Started.
Don't forget to drive on the left.
I know. I'm already conscious about it.
Head east, then take the Hull, Rotterdam ferry.
Free go. I'm not going back.
Take the Hull, Rotterdam ferry to Europort Rotterdam.
I was just saying to Nick, it kind of intrigues me why all these people
Head
from
east, then take the Hull,
Germany.
Rotterdam ferry.
and the Netherlands are coming to the UK, but I guess it's just like us going to their country.
Yeah.
All these people are like German and
They might want to go see
Netherlands.
NC 500 or
Yeah,
Cornwall or see London or
all
whatever.
sorts. You just don't think about them coming over here in camp vans, do you?
No.
And we're off.
Back on home soil, 20 miles to the lodge.
I think we should get one that big next. It's like a frigging coach.
It's as tall as a coach.
We won't get in many campsites in the UK with that.
Maybe it's a horse box. No, it can't be.
As it's still technically a trip
Not.
day,
No, I
a
don't
travel
want to.
home day, shall we call it Mackie D's for breakfast?
There's no McDonald's here.
I'm sure there'll be one on way home.
There isn't.
A Mackie D's breakfast,
No
a
thanks.
McMuffin or
No
something.
thanks, I'm on a diet. And just like that, we're back in the lodge. As if it never happened. 4,298 miles and 8 weeks. One day short of 8 weeks since we left. It's nice to be back and have the space. Right now we should be walking around Amsterdam and we've kind of got regrets, but it is nice to be home and just having all the space, using a normal toilet, just having, like, being able to get out of a room and not have Leigh sat at the side of me. That's one of the best things. We've been back a few hours. We got back at about, what time this morning?
I'm just cleaning toilets and bathrooms.
Yeah, Leigh's on a cleaning spree. Wish he'd done that in the van. 8:30 this morning I think we got back. It's about 10:30. Feels like we've got an entire day ahead of us now. Well, we do. We're currently on with the washing. We've currently emptied all the van. I've tried to get the stain out of the curtains. This is like the first lot of washing. Tried to get the stain out of the curtains. Yeah, we did. You showed the mosquito spray. Oh, we saw it on Facebook, didn't we?
I swatted a mosquito on the
Yeah, which had actually sucked some of his blood and it completely wrecked the curtains. So I've used that, and it's actually made them brilliant white. It's got rid of the stain. Unfortunately, it's got rid of the colour in the curtain as well. Well, you can still see a little bit of a stain there. So what I'm going to do, because it has got a yellow tinge to it, I'm going to put the whole curtain in. Ah, perfect. I'm going to put the whole curtain in and put loads of that in it so it brings it all to the same colour. And then we're going to go out and do some chores, aren't we?
We're going to get the car washed because it's filthy.
It's full of spiders.
And you've got a few parcels to pick up.
Yep. Repair parts for Taylor.
Yeah, and things like that.
Morning. How did you sleep?
Well, I've not told Nick this yet, but I had a very, very strange experience in bed.
I know the feeling.
I slept in the other room because we've been obviously sleeping together in a van for 8 weeks. So
It was bloody lovely.
I'll just go sleep in another room so I can have a good night's sleep. And I woke up.
As you do.
And the bed in one of the spare rooms is right close to the wall. I woke up, I was facing the wall. I could see the light from the TV.
Were you getting confused?
I didn't know where the heck I was. I was like, am I on Ferry? And I thought, I'm on Ferry, but the bed's capsized into itself and I'm trapped. And I was feeling football like this. And
You better not put finger marks on my paintwork.
No, and then I grabbed a couple of things on the shelf and they fell on me. And I started panicking and my heart was pounding. I didn't know where the frig I was.
It's a good job I moved the diffuser from off that shelf, isn't it?
Actually.
Yeah.
My heart was pounding, and I sat up. I'm like, where am I?
Can you skip to end?
Where am I? And I eventually calmed down and realised where I was. I went back to sleep.
So you had a bad dream. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it wasn't really a dream because I was awake.
Well, I had lovely dreams. I can't remember what they were about, but I know they were nice dreams. It is 7:30 in the morning. We got back yesterday. I did a few bits and bats on Taylor. We tidied up. We did some washing. I managed to get the stain out of the curtain. Unfortunately, the curtains have turned bright white.
Might be good though. Might look alright.
I didn't like them when they were that yellowy colour. Now they're bright white because they use
If you like
vanish.
them though, you'll have to wash the back two curtains too. So they match.
Oh shit!
Because they won't match.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
But we'll have
Yeah, well, it's just other end of van. I'm not doing that unless you get stuff on them. So yeah, I put the Vanish Oxy Action on it, and it just turned white, like brilliant bright white. So I think the curtains from IKEA have probably got some dye in them or something like that. Anyway, I've washed the whole thing with the same stuff, and they've come out bright white. Lee's just got to iron them now, and then I can get them back in the van later. The hemming on the bottom's come off because I didn't tuck it under, and it's washed and it's frayed it, so I need to sort that out. I'm going to fit. I don't think we ever showed the accumulator failing in the van, did we?
No, I don't think
No, we didn't. So when we were on our road trip, we noticed in the bottom cupboard there were a lot of water on the pots and pans, and I'd seen it once and thought, oh, wonder what that's from. I wonder if it's Lee putting them away with water in them, which wouldn't be the first. So anyway, then Lee got a pan out and it was half full of water, and we were like, where the hell's that coming from? Because there was no water marks on the floor, apart from when we saw that mark on the lino. I think I might have mentioned this actually. So that blue thing basically balances the pressure, and the seam on it was seeping. Apparently it's really common. So I've got a new one which I ordered to be delivered to a locker which we picked up yesterday here. So that needs fixing. Unfortunately, I have to take the drawers out and the bottom cupboard out to be able to get to it behind, and then get the old one out. And then I'm going to order another one, because they're only like 40 quid. I'm going to order another one as a spare to carry in the van if ever we're away. Apparently the blue one's quite a common faulty thing. And I've got some other bits and bats to do in the van. I'd ordered some piping to finally fix the piping for the shower. I've got some silicone piping here.
Your breakfast ready?
Unfortunately, it doesn't bend, or if it does, it kinks. So it's not flexible enough, so that's got to go back, and I've got to find something else to use the for the shower drain. But now we're having breakfast. Right, the work begins. So this is the part that's failed, that big blue thing there, and we have to replace it with this thing. And my concern is it looks bigger, and a lot of these pipes probably won't even fit. So that's the first thing. We need to get that old one out. I've took the drawer out and took all the cushions away so we don't mark them, and then this is the pan where the water was leaking. So first things first is to get that unscrewed. Right, that's out. That was difficult to get that out because the pipes were wedged in either side of the cupboard. So we're just draining all this water out of this. Luckily it's the same size as the other one, so it should go back in nice and easily. So just need to get all the water out, make sure we've got it all. There we go. Right, so that's out and done. So the next thing I need to do is put these clips back onto either side of these and then tighten them with a spanner. And then hope that there's enough room to get it all back in again, because it's literally cupboard to cupboard. Just hand tighten them first and then tighten them with a spanner afterwards. And then we have to put some water in the tank and pressurise the system and see if it leaks. Right, they're done. So what this thing does is there's a balloon here that expands into the top part there, and it's pressurised with a little bike pump at the top there. You just pump it up if it goes, if you lose pressure. And what it does is when water gets hot or cold, it expands. And if there's nowhere for it to expand, it'll burst the pipes, but it also gives us a pressure seal at the top of here that allows us to keep a constant flow of water. So because the pump under there pumps it out in like spurts, if you didn't have this, you'd get like pulses on the tap. So what this little balloon does is it basically uses the pressure to keep the flow constant, if that makes sense. And all it is inside here, there's like a balloon. I'm actually going to open the old one when I finish, just to show you, to see whether I can see where the seal is. But there we go. So that's the new one going in. Okay, we found a problem. So the width of the new unit is about 1/4 inch wider, which means when the pipes are on, the cupboard walls block it from getting in. So I'm having to cut a little channel there, just like a relief that the pipes can go inside. There's enough room behind the fridge to be able to do that. Right, 3 batteries later, I managed to do it, and I'm deaf, and it's covered in sawdust, so there'll be a clean-up job to be done after this. Done. It's in. God, I'm knackered now. Right, now I need to put some water in the tank, turn the water pump on, and test it. Right, 6 litres in, moment of truth. Put the water pump on. It should pump like mad, which it is doing. And that accumulator is now filling with water. Once it's pressurised, it'll stop. And then we just have to check for leaks. And then we can test the tap. Now for the test, there's no leaks, by the way. Here we go. Oh, nice. That's a nice steady flow. There's going to be air in the pipes. And then we just wait for the pump to start. There we go, it's kicked in. Nice steady flow there, no pumping. Switch it to the hot water because that's what it was pumping on before. That's just the air in the shower taps. Just let that run through. Looking good. So if ever you get that pumping back and it's not leaking, you just pump it up with a bicycle pump just to increase the pressure. There we go. And then let's double check underneath here. Make sure we've got no leaks. All looks good. There's a trickle there, but I think that's just wet on the pipes. So I'm going to dry it and have another look, and then this job's done. Right, I've just opened this, took all the screws out, and now I'm just going to separate it and see if I can see the balloon. Ooh, absolutely gross. So, I'll show you the balloon, which is like a big condom. And you can see it's all got like black sludge inside it. But somewhere in that, not the balloon itself, the seal here is leaking. Now it could be that there's some debris caught in it, or it could be that there's some kind of grease on this edge here. I think that's actually grease inside, not sludge, but there you go. You can actually buy replacements of these, but they're 45 quid for a whole unit, so I might as well just keep that. And then there we go. Next job I fixed. Leigh put a wet towel on the table and it turned black. You can still slightly see it there and there, but I don't want to rub down any further because the wood will be, it'll start to lose its grain. Right, an hour later, we tried to put the drawer back in, and the pump, the accumulator, stands forward further than the other one, so the drawer wouldn't fit. So I've had to turn it upside down and lower it into the cupboard half, which meant I've had to cut pipes and all sorts of stuff, because this cupboard here just has got loose pans in it, so the accumulator is upside down. You can actually fit them in any position, it says in the instructions. But I've just checked it's all secure, repressurised the system, and it works. So just going to try and get the drawer back in now. Right, the worktop's been re-oiled. We had some black bits where the tanning had glowed through, so I've just rubbed them down and re-oiled it, so that's got to dry. And then now, we're going to permanently fix this in place and remove those metal tubes that are underneath, because we're never going to use this again. So, and every time you stand on that, well, sometimes it does, when you sit on it, it flips up because it's not held down. So I'm going to remove the tubes, put some wooden battens in, and screw them in from the back and sides, and then possibly put a front on this, like a cupboard front, but Leigh just says he likes the access, but we'll see. Fitted a new seal on the bottom of the shower, because we had to take the carpet up, the liner up when we were in France. So that's got a brand new one down, and this is now secured in place, solid. The cushions can go back on. There's just the paint touch-ups and the little filling from when the heat cracked the thing, and then it's ready for another journey. Although this needs another coat as well. Good morning, guys. It is a number of days later. Actually, I did an update yesterday.
It's the next day.
Yeah, it's the next day. But it's a number of days since we got back from the trip. About two or 3 days
Not
now?
that many, to be fair.
2 or 3 days?
We got back on Thursday morning, it's Saturday.
Oh, it's Saturday. So 2 or 3 days. So today, there's a few updates to tell you actually. For a start, the curtains,
They washed perfect.
they're washed perfect. The stain came out. Unfortunately, they shrunk by 8 inch. So guess where we're going? We're going to IKEA to get some more. And I'm sure Leigh will splat another fly on them and they'll be the same thing again.
I know now. I just didn't think at the time. I was like, oh, Aussie, splat.
Yeah, but white curtains and batting anything against it. So anyway, we're off to IKEA to get some more. We have to cut them.
We were going home anyway to see family.
Yeah, so we have to cut them, stitch them, but before we do all that, we're going to wash them to get them that brilliant white again, because they look really good when they're washed. So we're going to do that before we cut them, so they don't shrink after. So we'll get them to shrink before, if that makes sense.
But they won't match the back curtains.
You'll not be able to tell the
We
back.
can't wash the back curtains because they'll shrink. So...
Well, I'm not getting another pair for back.
No, we'll just have to keep them as cream.
Yeah, but you won't be able to tell, they're too far apart. Anyway, half the painting is done in the van to do all the touch-ups. The worktops are oiled. We've put another socket into the front of the van, a 13 amp socket, normal plug, household plug socket into the back of the seat in the van, so we don't have to trail the extension cable through the door. I put that in yesterday. What else did I do? Put a new seal on the shower, put the new accumulator in. That's all working. Stripped the old one down and kind of serviced it and repressurized it, and that seems to be all right as well, but we'll keep that for a spare. And
It's like I'm ready to go again now, mate.
he's already suggested getting the van and sort of going and staying near his mum's again in that one that when we were doing the trials, but unfortunately we can't.
Well, because it's not ready yet, 100%.
Well, the worktop's a little bit tacky and we can't quite use it yet. It needs a couple of days to dry, and none of the bedding's in there as well. It's all been sort of laundered, but it is ready to go again.
She is very close to being ready again.
A few weeks from now, I mean, his mum and dad are coming next week. We're going back just for the day, just to see them and go to IKEA. We're also going to go and see my mum's grave, because I have not been for a while, with us being away. And in a few weeks, when they've been and gone and the kids are kind of back at school, we're going to get the van into the garage, just to get things checked over. Because obviously when you overheat your brakes like we did, it can wob your brake discs, and there is a little bit of a wobble when we're driving at certain speeds.
Very slight.
It's very slight. It's probably the balancing on one of the tyres. I would imagine the intense heat has made one of the little weights fall off or something like that. So we're going to get that checked, and
then we can go somewhere for
then we can go somewhere, yeah. But so we said, first of all, we'll tell you a little bit more about our trip and our thoughts later on in this vlog before we finished it. And we said that we'd tell you in this series before it ends what our plans are with the van. So our next big trip is, we're not going to go back to the apartment in January. It's too cold, we hate the winter, and it's quite a high elevation where the apartment is, and it's freezing cold. So
very hard to heat it.
Yeah, so we've decided we're going to go away in the van. So we're going to set off when the lodge closes. Probably go to on the ferry from Hull to Rotterdam, do the two things that we didn't do when we cut the trip a little bit short. Then we're going to do the hot tub boats, and then we're going to go and do Amsterdam, and then literally just drive from there. It's a 4-day drive down to Spain. We can probably do it in 3 if we do like 6 hour day driving. Go through the French Pyrenees, through Lyon, down towards the south coast of France, maybe spend a little bit of time there, and then drop ourselves down into Spain. Spend a month exploring Spain, Gibraltar and Portugal, and then when the lodge is reopened, get ourselves back up to the UK for the beginning of next year. So that's our plan.
Average temperatures of around 17 degrees.
I'll take it.
Rather than -5 here.
Yes, and snow. So that's our plans for after Christmas. We don't have, we've got like a month now before we go to Florida. So no doubt Lee'll start wanting to go shopping again to start buying new clothes.
No, I've got enough.
What's been nice is getting access to my wardrobe again. I didn't take anywhere near enough tops. I took 17.
And you know what's been nice?
And we were washing like 3 to 4 times a month.
the complete opposite. It's been nice for me because I've lived for 8 weeks on minimal like clothes, minimal things in the lodge. I've got back to the in the van. I've got back to the lodge and I've realised that you can live on so much less. Do you know what I mean? And I look at my clothes and I think, oh my god, I've got so many clothes.
Have you got in shower and thought I have to do it quick because it runs
No,
water
I'm
off?
not in shower, but when I first got back, I was cleaning my t-shirt and stuff. I was running it, and I was turning it off. And I was, I don't have to do that as much here.
It makes you appreciate
Things,
things that you take for granted, like water and heating and gas.
I've been constantly tidying up because
Yeah, he has. He didn't tidy bloody van. He tidied lodge
tidy
up.
the van.
What?
I was constantly sweeping, and in a van, you've got to make sure everything's away.
That's all he did.
So you've got to. Now I've been back to the lodge. I'm obsessing about keeping everything tidy in its place.
I mean, it was pretty clean anyway because his mum and dad had been and they'd cleaned it. You can always tell when they've been because they clean out silver on taps and the shower screen. So it was all like perfect, almost like brand new again. So right, how long? 44 miles from here, 55 minutes to go to see my mum's grave, and then we're going to nip to IKEA and get the curtains again, and it all starts again.
Right, we found ourselves in the range while we're visiting family. We're just looking at these for the outside of the van when we sit up at sight. Quite like them. They're light as a feather.
I like the blue one.
Yeah, the blue one's good.
Really like.
You could
with it.
It doesn't say how much they are, though, does it?
No, there's no back.
Get one. I'm sure they'll be fine. Blimey, is it that time of year already? Halloween already? Right, we found these. This is what we came to look for. Light as a feather chairs, because the ones that we've got are just not comfortable. 2 and a table for $69.99.
How much does it weigh in total? What's the packaging weight?
I don't know, but it's all there, and it matches perfectly with the proof rug. Right, we're back, and it's very, very hot in the lodge. It's like being back in Italy. It's 28 degrees. So anyway, we got back and we've opened all the things that we got from the range.
Well, we put the kids' TV brackets up. The bendy ones, like the ones.
Oh yeah. We went and visited my mum and dad and stuff. We had lunch there, and then Nick.
Some flowers.
Yeah, Nick put the girls' TV brackets and stuff like that. So we just visited them. I didn't film anything. So then we went to the range, as you saw, and got all these. We were just looking for chairs, and knew that they had a offer on for 2 for $69. I didn't realise it came with a table as well, and we saw a rug as well. So Nick's just
So I'm going to take all
sampling.
the stuff I'm going to take all the crappy ones out the van.
Yeah.
Because that table's a bit bulky and
Yeah.
a bit awkward to put up.
Did that just
fall flat.
perfect?
And then what I'll do is I'll put some Velcro straps on the beam underneath, and then just wrap them around the chairs just so it holds them and suspends them.
Perfect.
But it's a chair, and it's a recliner, and it's got this nice padded headrest as well. I wish we'd have had these before we went away.
On the trip, it'd have been so much better.
So these were on special at the range at 69 quid.
69 quid for 2 chairs
all of
and the
it.
table. No, not for that as well.
Yeah, the rug was 15, and
Yeah.
it's as light as a feather.
Yeah, and if it rains, it's fine. It'll just dry, and if it gets stained,
It had a chocolate mark on it where somebody had fingered it in the shop. So I wiped it off.
wiped it off. Perfect. Right, it's the day after, and I've had a bit of a severe haircut going off. And Nick's going to show you what he's been doing on the van today.
Not just today, the last 2 days, it smells like fumes in here from all the paint and stuff. So when we were on a trip, Leigh managed to damage the curtains, the table, the worktop. What else?
I didn't do the worktop.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
You got splashes on it. You put the pan on it, the ring.
Ooh.
Anyway, I've sanded it down, I've sanded that down, and I've re-oiled it. They're a little bit tacky still, especially this bit area here, but it's ready for service again. All the roofs, all these cracks from where the roof expanded in Italy, they've all been painted and touched up. In fact, every wall, roof, and everything has been redone as if it was done like when the van was
She's ready to
built.
go again, isn't she?
That here, a new trim on here that covers the old one. I've fitted a new waste tap on the outside. I'm just waiting for the pipe to connect the shower to the waste box on. That should be a 5-minute job. What else? I've adapted, I've changed this here. There was a gap some flies were getting through, so I've readjusted that. That's been done. I've missed a bit of paint up there actually, damn it.
Into the garage area now.
This here
Oh yes, we've done that as well, yeah.
is now fixed, because what was happening, we were standing on that and it was flipping up
Yeah.
on a night. This is now a permanent fixed board, and it's got some beams underneath, and those metal bars, they've gone now. So that's all sorted and solid. Waiting for the curtains to be done. Need his mum to do them when she comes. And then in the garage, that's where the biggest change is.
Look how clean and tidy. We had that here at the lodge, so we decided to take that with us in the van.
Instead of the other one.
Much less.
So the back bedroom has now got the tall one,
Yeah.
and the little one from the back bedroom is now in here. So probably don't need that on our next trip. It's not going to be warm enough.
You never know that.
But I've put two wooden beams in to hold our new chairs in, and the old table and chairs, they've gone back into the shed, and they were just the table was too clunky, too much messing about to build it, and it's got that little fabric one, and then this rug here just slots away neat.
Very nice and neat. I can't wait to go again.
So you can rock as much as you want now. I mean, I've also fixed this, however, that looks a bit odd. Why is it bent? Like
Right.
that?
So while Nick's
Anyway.
messing about with that, we're going to go inside and tell you what we thought to our van trip. We've got one more thing to show you before we go in.
Paint still.
The new socket in the cab.
We were having an extension trailing up to there, so we've now got a socket on the wall there. So, and that actually runs, I'll show you, through here, under the floor here, up there, and plugs into the socket on the one of the sockets underneath, so you can just unplug it. It's just an extension cable.
Perfect.
So there'll be no more wires and trailing doors and things like that.
So we said we'd sit down before the end of this video and just say what we thought to our overall van trip, which was 8 weeks long in the end.
4,298 miles, 8 countries, 10 border crossings, 3 theme parks,
Lots of coffees.
lots of coffees, lots of food.
Diet starts on Tuesday.
Right, I'm gonna go first. I absolutely bloody loved it. It was the most amazing experience ever. The latter half, when we kind of left Munich and it became more cities, that was my least favourite, and the weather was turning as well. So again, that was my least favourite. But everything else, it was just the last few weeks when we knew we were getting closer
To the end.
to the end, we were starting to think about the things that we'd done, and it just seemed like a dream. It seemed like a different reality, a different timeline, a different world. The things and the places that we went to were just absolutely amazing, like the Pont d'Arc, the scooters in Bordeaux, the wine country, Siena, seeing St. Catherine's Head,
So I loved it.
even Rome. Briefly when we saw it.
I loved it as well, apart from Italy. I love Italy, and I loved some of the things we saw. They were beautiful. Venice, what was that place called with the coloured houses? Burano, Cinque Terre, whatever else we saw in. Oh, and I did like the Colosseum and stuff, and I was really enjoying that day until
Didn't get to see 'em.
until I had my little.
So
funny
we were going to go.
session.
We were going to go
But
further south, weren't we?
We were going to go further south. What I was going to say is I loved Italy, but the heat was just insane, and I liked it when we got to the upper countries, Switzerland, Germany.
I liked in Switzerland.
Bruges, Luxembourg. I liked all those. I've really enjoyed those. So yeah, I loved it, and we were both quite surprised at how little we fell out. Because being in that,
we didn't really fall out at all.
No, being in that small space, we thought we'd be, bickering quite
We didn't
a lot.
even bicker?
No, not really.
We didn't. We were untidy. Well, Lee was.
No, we wasn't
Yes,
really.
you
No,
was.
we wasn't.
The first thing he did
No,
when he got
it's-
back to the lodge was tidy the lodge.
I know, I need to
He didn't
tidy
bother.
again.
He didn't bother tidying back.
As soon as we've finished this video, I'm going to go tidy again.
My tools
I
have
don't
been
know how
out.
two people can. We can live in a van and have it all tidy all the time.
It wasn't tidy.
It was, and then we get back in here and we're a messy buggers. Anyway, we just got on with it, didn't we?
It was
just got on with living
it was
in that small
beyond
space.
my imagination, beyond my dream. I was paranoid that the van would let us down, and we had
That never happened,
we
apart from the leaks.
had 2 issues mechanically. We had the brakes go really spongy twice. One's coming down from the Swiss Alps, and one coming down the hillside towards the hot springs at after we'd left Montepulciano, which was my favourite place, by the way.
was Grindelwald.
So the brake fluid effectively overheated, and I was panicking that it was going to warp the discs. There is a intermittent catching sound on the brakes, so we're going to get it all checked out. I think we thought it was completely knackered, the van. And then as soon as we left Germany, it stopped. So we're just going to get it health checked, but other than that, she's been absolutely fine.
She did us proud.
Apart from when we said she's done us proud, and then we pulled into the garage and we got the DPF warning light came on, which I cleared. So and it hasn't come back, so it must have been just a bit of soot going through it or something like that. But other than that, touch wood, she's been absolutely amazing. And it's weird how we become attached to her. Like Leigh was, when we were there, was looking at all these other motorhomes and saying, oh, we should upgrade. And I'm like, absolutely no way. We spent a year of blood and tears. It's like cheating on her.
I imagine, in a few years' time, we might upgrade to something bigger.
Don't let her hear.
We'd like something with a separate bedroom, but for now,
yeah,
she's just perfect for what we need.
The night we got back, we were in the lodge, and it was the first night that she was on her own. I actually went out there and I opened the door and I sat inside it, and I just thought, this is our home.
It's only Sunday. We only got back Thursday morning, so we've only been back 3 days, and I'm ready to go again somewhere.
He's already been saying, shall we go across to my mum's? And I'm like, no, because the worktops are still wet. They're sticky.
Yeah, we can't. We just went in the car. We've got plans tomorrow. We'll have to see the Disney wives for lunch.
Well, you know what they're like. They're probably jilted or something like that, or not turn up.
And then my family's coming over on Wednesday. For a few days, so we can't do anything until then.
And then we've got to get the van in to get it mechanically checked.
Get the curtains done.
The curtains need to be remade.
I would like to go somewhere before too long, just for a few days in England somewhere.
It's not going to be the same.
It will. Well,
my favourite place, my favourite country was France, which I'm really surprised about because of the easiness of the camping car parks, the airs, and the fact that you can just choose anywhere to stay and just drive in, and that spot's yours, and you can just book it on the app. And that was amazing. The other countries, it was a little bit difficult, and we were getting quite frustrated when we got to Switzerland because we just couldn't get anywhere. The kids' holidays had started, and we were just struggling to basically find somewhere to park. And we had a similar issue in Zurich.
And Germany for a bit.
Where?
Germany.
Where? We didn't.
You did. When we went to that Sheila's place, that was Germany, because we couldn't get in anywhere else.
Oh, yeah. The Neuschwanstein Castle, we struggled to get in there.
And we said, if it's going to be like this, we're just going to go home. But it wasn't as we moved on. So I loved Bruges.
It was all right. It reminded me of York and Beverly.
Yeah, I loved Bruges.
And it felt familiar.
There was nowhere, we were saying today, there's anywhere we'd skip. And I said, there wasn't anywhere where I went and I thought, that were a bit rubbish.
No, I said something.
Luxembourg, you said.
Yeah, I said I'd skip Luxembourg.
Only because it was just another city.
We were sick to the back teeth of museums, cathedrals, and cities.
And it was just another city.
I preferred the scenery. I loved Pont de Arc, the canoeing.
Which is why in the end, when we said, we've got Amsterdam left and Rotterdam, we're like, it's just another couple of cities.
Yeah.
We'll save them for when because I've always wanted to go to Amsterdam.
We were sitting out.
On my bucket list, but I didn't want to go when I was like, another city. I want to go when I'm really looking forward to it. So
the problem we had, the minute I booked the ferry, and I booked the ferry about a week before we came back,
we wanted to go home.
We felt like we were on the countdown and everything was towards this date. In hindsight, we just shouldn't have booked the ferry. We should have just booked it the day we wanted to go home, and then we wouldn't have been thinking about going home. It's the same when you're in Florida. When you know you're going home, you think, I can't be bothered now.
Out of the 2 theme parks that we did, not including Disneyland Paris, out of the 2 new theme parks, Europe was my favourite. I've actually just edited that vlog today.
It was my favourite as well.
It reminded me how much I enjoyed it at Europe, and I'll definitely go back there.
Even though it was very Disney.
Well, that's probably part of why I liked it as well, because it reminds you of that, but better technology.
Yeah, the technology was next level.
So there we go. And just like to say to Theme Park Bazza and Mrs. Bazza, there you go. We really enjoyed it.
And we're not selling it.
They predicted that we'd sell it by
So
Christmas.
he's already messaged and just said, I've watched the joy in your faces on the vlog, and he says, I take back what I said.
Yeah.
But
hi, Bazza.
we don't want to sell it. It's it's our baby. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, and she offers so much travel. That's what
she's part of the family.
That's what we want our channel to be about more, as we've always said.
So we've clocked up 8 countries. Well, if you count America this year, we've done 9 countries this year. So the plan is Spain, Gibraltar, and Portugal
for our next van
for January. But we probably will go off somewhere between now and then. Maybe just a weekend.
Yeah,
we've got a bit of time before now in Florida, but we've got plans. We've got people that we've not seen that are going to come and stay with us. Tracy Neal's going to come and stay. I think Vera's going to come and stay when she comes over.
Yeah.
The mum and dad and the kids are doing it. We're going to have to squeeze something in somewhere, but
You've got to make time for family and friends. That's
we've got
most important.
We've got to get the van checked just to make sure it's all
You're
all
repeating
right.
yourself now.
I know.
So, hope you have enjoyed our van trip. Let us know in the comments below what you thought to it. Some more Florida vlogs coming soon, obviously, but you'll have some lodge vlogs for a while, which we haven't done many of those for a long time.
No.
So, thanks for watching today,
It's nice
guys.
to be back, though.
Hit the like button and click the notification bell. Drop us a comment below. It is nice to have all this space now.
And my own bed. And long hot showers. And it's another thing as well is it makes you appreciate
everything.
Little things like
Space,
water.
Yeah.
Water was like a commodity. Is that the right word?
Yeah, but we said this last night.
Did we?
Earlier on in this vlog.
Oh well, I said it again.
We'll see you on the next vlog where we're going to go meet the Disney wives. Bye.
Bye for now.